Welcome to the Day 3 Lich update. As I was talking in the last video, we have gotten some upgrades. Mainly, we managed to get our tier 7 Velocity's Jaw. We did also get our Core of the Mountain with tier 7. And we have also started the process of switching into a tankier setup. We'll see what I do if I go for Seat of Yggdrasil with these points in mana that I've switched from AoE, because you get a lot of AoE anyway with the boots. And pretty much the alternative is Snowblind, for the crit reduction and the more armor. So far, the build is quite fast and really fun. But the DPS for mapping is great at 500 corruption. But I've attempted Uber Aberrot, and it can definitely do it, but it's gonna be like a 10-minute feast, So I'm probably gonna be switching to the mana setup, which I've been farming some gear for, and I'm gonna be farming the idols today, and as soon as I have the setup, I'm probably gonna do Uber Aberrot with that, which should be pretty easy because that build actually does have a lot of damage multipliers. The mana setup is going to be up on max roll pretty soon. And if not, well, if you just type mana flay Lich, you're going to find it on YouTube by other people. It's very straight up setup with the axe. And aside from that, of course, our blessings have upgraded slightly. We have gotten a bunch of pretty fucking good loot. I've been farming red rings. And obviously, none of them have LP except this one, which has 2 LP. This is my second red ring with 2 LP. On the previous one, I did hit the double tier 7. So, I mean, I'm gonna wait to slam it, because the last time my red ring was minimum rolled 2, my 2 LP, and Reddit made fun of me. So this time, I'm gonna make sure I re-rolled it to something decent. So when I post it, like, people don't make fun of me, right? That's very important. We need to flex properly, right? Don't be impatient. Keep it in, and when we're ready to flex, we will flex. And, eventually, we're going to have a legacy character with 2 red rings of Adleria with 2 LP. Holy. And yeah, aside of that, again, we reached... I changed a bit my Weaver tree. I want to talk a bit about it, I guess. Since I was farming for the chess piece, we expect these nodes, which are... I always call this the softcore nodes, because you spawn the dungeon enemies that are actually quite scary, and the enraged enemies for basically more juice. And I was doing temples, so for a bit I took off these points and I put them on lizards, because I was just doing on monolith. I was just doing temple strategy, like just like Lostwood Folly with the temples, just to level up as fast as possible to 100, which we did. That's been pretty nice. But then, aside from that, on the Weaver tree, obviously, honorable mention to all the beast bullshit, right? You kind of want the beast stuff, so you can spam by the weapon you want or the primordial you want. Imprinted some of my red rings. I have imprinted my tier 7 witch robes, which is actually completely printing double tier. It's this one. It's giga printing, basically, double tier 7 affixes, like double tier 7, like it's just completely printing them. I have one with like tier 7 int, tier 7 strength that eventually I will try to use. And the imprints as broken as always. And then I'm also trying to get a better helmet. We'll see. I don't know. The helmet slot is always like the most complicated thing on these kind of builds, because there's not like a clear thing. And imprinting on Claim It Trove, we started troving, to proc the cash sealed riches prophecy, and pretty much it's been pretty good. This is what's printing the chess pieces, and I'm gonna show some gameplay, so you guys see how the build feels now with the upgrades, with the damage, with all of that. I guess we can do a boss first, because I'm doing prophecies. So this is like 500 corruption. Unfortunately, we cannot quite tank that. We don't have that seal anymore. And it's respectable DPS for 500 corruption. We're critting for like 100k, 90k, if we're fully buffed and shit. And unfortunately, nothing procced. So we're just gonna get out. And then I'm gonna do a false temple, so you guys get to see what I was doing yesterday for like a couple hours to get to 100. Let's do it.
Death will not take me.
This is why I spec the lizard shrine thingy on the woven tree, because you know there's so many shrines. You know, you get some extra lizards. So again, the build, as it's doing more damage and Flay is doing more damage, it's obviously speeding up a lot. It's extremely fucking fast. I don't know if this is just like straight up the fastest shit you can do now, honestly. It's pretty crazy. The mana setup, even though it has like way more single target DPS, you can't go as ham as in this build, because you actually need to watch out for your mana. You can just like Flay like on cooldown. You have to play around with your mana, right? And this one you can just go ham if you want, you know. A full-on flicker. And you know, I just woke up, so the gameplay is not as smooth as it gets when, you know, you start playing for a couple hours and you get in the zone and shit, and you start zooming around. It gets pretty crazy, actually. Of course, doing temples and shrines and all that shit. Fully clearing for the Ember. I deactivated my Aura of Decay by mistake. Classic. You know, muscle memory from old Dead Steel. Yeah, pretty fucking fun. It's a pretty solid build. Like, obviously the strength, I think it's the playstyle. Like, if you like this kind of shit, it is extremely fun. And it's quite unique, right? There's nothing quite like it, so that's cool. And yeah, so far, chilling basically. We need to get our idols next. That's what I'm gonna be focusing on today's session. I've been dreading doing the idols. You know, it's very time consuming. We gotta farm some favor and shit. And yeah, that's pretty much how the build be feeling and how the build is doing. And yeah, I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you on the next one.